Now read this small caselet. We'll read this, please. Bachelor is it's a slightly derogatory word, but this is the word that is. This is the word. Slightly derogatory term to it. नहीं इतना भी नहीं. Fortunately, you are in an online mode. Otherwise, the girls would have some strong comments to make with this word. So please be cautious in your usage of words. Nubil has a very different meaning from spinster. So please be careful with the word usage. Nubil is basically a teenager, sort of. That sort of difference you can make. Just be careful in your usage of words, Shikhar. No need to apologize. I'm just pulling your leg. But I mean to say is that it's sometimes when you don't understand the meaning of a word, na, look it up before you use it. Like you did the right thing. You didn't know, you asked. So everybody, please be that cautious. Google it. Yes, that's the best option. Don't bother with the pesky dictionary. Just Google it. Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. So you guys are willing to learn and or install WordWeb. Okay. You have many. A vast majority of you are IT professionals, na? If I'm not wrong. Big majority of you guys are IT professionals. It shows the number of softwares you guys come up with, the number of Google it terms you come up with. So it's typical software professional engineer type of behavior. Okay, good. Okay, just read this. Once you finish this page, there's a little bit of stuff there. There's a little bit of in the next page. Everybody's finished this page? Page number 7? Everybody's finished this? Yep. Okay. This much is left. Yeah, it ends here. Just reread it. Okay. Now, would you like to hire this GM? I said, well, everybody's finished it. So I'll ask my question. Now, would you like to hire this guy as your GM? Why? Reason. Identifying the reason is the smart part. Handled the situation, people handling skills, managing stakeholders, averted the crisis, identified the groups. Now, how many of you have done this kind of a thing? Negotiation and done it something differently? Obviously better, but done it something differently. Done it in a different manner. Now, there are many of you who are at a very senior level. I remember a couple of names. So those of you guys who are at senior level, at least you know how to do it. So you only share your reaction or your response or your way of tackling this situation so that everybody, all of us can identify with that. We can all benefit from that say situation that you faced earlier. Come on, guys. There are at least 3, 4 of you senior people here. I don't want to identify by name. I remember a few names. So I don't want to like pull up in the class like a rogues gallery. So please, you just contribute on your own. You know what I mean. It's just we're just sharing ideas at this moment. We're just sharing an idea of how this kind of a situation can be dealt with. Anybody? Any volunteers? So how do you handle it? How do you tackle to this kind of a thing? By being persuasive, by involving them in the discussion process, connect, crisis management, being persuasive, understanding, striking the balance. The basic word here is what do you say? A balancing act. This is a good point. The big picture. People are many times out of sync with the big picture. So decision making, reaction to certain situations, all of these are problems that we need to face or we need to handle on a what I would say a regular basis or in many cases a day-to-day basis. So that is fine. Now let's come to the next part. Okay. Okay. Now come to these. Ignore the sixth part that doesn't give great responses because at that moment nothing works. But look at 1 to 5. Let's take some discussion pointers. How do you handle a irate and angry customer? How do you soothe and pacify him or her for that matter? Irate means angry, irritated, yes. Understand the issue of his anger, listen him out, pacify him, empathize, sympathize, provide solutions. So all of you guys are on the right track. Okay, good. Okay, situation number 2, I am supposing you are much more familiar with, surely for reasons beyond your control. But situation 2, I think you are much more familiar with. So how do you do that? How do you deal with an angry boss? Okay, so Mohit wants to use psychology to get his advantage. There are people who get angry and they shout at you and then they feel guilty that they did that. Then that guilt can be channeled later on. Look at how your kids handle you. So those of you who have kids who are big enough to be this smart, how do your kids handle you? Just keep shut and listen, give him a glass of water, don't react, listen and get back later. Okay. Angry for what is the question is, let's say you did something really. Let's say you were Damien and you come to your boss and Lisa has left. Your boss has pacified Lisa and all. He's handled the irate and angry customer. Okay. Now, how will he react to you as an employee? So that is the question. So how would you deal with him at that moment? That is the question at hand. Okay, reacting, avoid reaction, deal the calm and cool mind. Any of you read Godfather by Mario Puzo? Read that book? Read this book? Not the movie, not the Marlon Brando movie. The book, the original book. Yet to finish course books first. See, Vikas, I'll give you one tip. It's a tip that I'll keep with one hand in front of my mouth and say it. It's more interesting. Honestly, it's a more interesting book. So those of you who haven't, you look at the way they deal with that situation. That is called, that is proper management. Don't react upfront. Don't react immediately. React when you are ready to react. React when you are the stronger party. Listen to him till he gets exhausted, then say sorry and will not repeat and reason why I did so. That is the standard way of tackling it. Okay, now come to number 3. How do you explain away your poor performance? Saying sorry doesn't help, keeping quiet does sometimes. I don't want to do it in the sense. Sharon, I didn't get your point. Okay, now come to number 3. Start thinking on number 3. Okay, didn't get time to prepare. Don't want to do it, explaining poor performance. Yes, but there are sometimes say situations where you end up doing that. Where you have to end up, you get to end up in a situation where your performance is poorer than your intention or your effort or your reaction. It's easier if you have the facts in place. That is of course true. So how do you justify that? So like in his is highlight the circumstances, distance yourself from the situation, be honest in accepting the failure, get the market research in place, don't give excuses. That is obviously good. Identify the facts, list them out, and justify everything. So for those of you who are at these are all guys, if I'm not wrong, the 2 or 3 people, majority who are reverting. Vikas, I remember a few names, so I know that these guys have a higher than average work experience value. So other guys, those of who have a lesser than average value, learn from these responsibilities so that you don't end up making mistakes like this. I made all of these mistakes. These are all based on my experience. Handling a irate customer, yes, I've done that. Dealing with an angry boss, been there, done that, didn't like it at all. Explaining poor performance, again, been there, done that regularly, again, didn't like it. So, unfortunately for me, I didn't have that kind of a position at that moment that there were people who were guiding me. For you guys, because you are batch, you guys are pretty close knit, take advantage of this. So this I'm doing only for you guys. Take advantage of this. Take advantage of somebody else's experience when it comes to dealing with specific situations. Now this is when I want to test you guys. Come to item number 5. Item number 5, please. How do you react? I want everybody to participate. Those of you who are just listening, those of you who are reacting, I want everybody to react as much as possible. Come to statement number 5, please. Okay, 50 lakhs. You will not have to deal with him, you will already be out. Amount this huge, he would have resigned on his own. Okay, okay, okay. So Sharon says fired 1/4. Okay, need counseling and confidence. This is a big loss, but understanding the circumstances were on why this was caused is better. Anybody with any other situation, any other response? How the loss can be recovered and why did he commit this in the first place? Okay, that's a bit more practical approach to it. So a few guys who've given the practical one, you to understand the reason behind it. First action will be taking it all out on him. Yep, that is true. Tanya, what did Tanya say? Ask him to work for the company for free lifelong. Okay, and see if the loss need to talk out and see if the loss can be recovered. Ask him why did he do this. So few of you are giving the right sequence. Now put it down in a sequence. You have a lot of reactions. Put it down in a sequence. What would you begin with the first thing? First thing is to have the systems in place to check it. Remember, which is the largest fraud that has happened in this year? There was a banking guy in London, na, who screwed up about a couple of $1 billion. No, no, not Coal India, not Indian Coal. It's a London-based bank. Which bank was it? No, not Rajat Gupta is the most well-known fraud. There was one more guy, London branch, I think HSBC or something, when they screwed up about $1.3 billion or something of that sort. Remember that? Anybody? Even I don't remember. I read that article also. I watched it in BBC also. Now I've just forgotten. There was this one trader in a HSBC's corporate office in London or something. He wiped out their entire profit for 1 year. Yeah, share trading, na? He wiped out their entire yearly profit with one person. He was responsible for about $1 or $2 billion or something. No, not Siva Subramaniam. He was a darker skinned guy. He was most probably of African descent. Let me just see. The fraud. London. Let me see what Google says. Yep, this one I think. This one. Hmm. No, this is an older one. Actually. This was Jagmeet Channa. This was 2008. It was recent. It's a more recent fraud. ठीक है चलो, let's do it. हाँ, Leven. I think it's Leven. If I'm not wrong, it's the Leven was the guy. So the biggest way to respond to this kind of a situation is prevent it from happening in the first place. You will look into it in the next semester when you guys go for OB. Then you will see, at that moment you will see how organizations develop, how organizations structure themselves in order to what do you say, in order to avoid this kind of a situation happening in the first place. Okay, is it? Okay, okay. I'm sorry, I'm giving you the wrong company. It's UBS. UBS is trader. Yeah, he lost 1.4 billion pounds, which is about 2.5 billion dollars. So imagine the zeros, yeah, and start converting it into Indian rupees. Look at the number of zeros that you will get. Can anybody do this exercise? Convert 2.5 billion dollars into Indian rupees and list out all the zeros, please. If anybody can do that exercise here, maybe Devesh can do it. He's more used to doing this on a regular basis. So if he can help us here, we could benefit from it. No, no, put out all the zeros, guys. Not this simple. I want you to put out all the zeros. See, look at the amount of money. I don't think all of us combined, we are 52 people here. Combined, I don't think we are all worth this much. Combined. I don't think combined we are that worth. So the problem when you look into this next time when you do OB in the next sem, which is organization behavior, you will be seeing how organizations can structure toward this. Reacting to a problem is a separate issue. Preventing it from happening in the first place is like what Anil says, implant your early indicators. So that is something that is good. Okay, now let me move on to the next document that I need to share with you guys. Okay, let's do this new thing first. Okay, can everybody see this slide? This PDF, I mean, not slide, PDF. Okay, so now you need to identify which is the correct spelling. You need to identify the correct word that is to be used. Mementos, okay. Okay, next one. Sentence 2. Sentence 3. Okay guys, just couple of things. When it comes to plurals with specific words like sheep and goat and all, that is fine, but with a loaf, when it comes to plural it becomes the loaves. So the word spelling changes and it's volcanoes. Noes. Just look at the pronunciation part. The thieves made of, okay, 5. Come to statement number 5. What is wrong with statement number 5? The S has been used in a different manner. Okay, come to number 6. Runners up. Come to number 7. Number 7. Savings account. Okay, number 8. What is the problem with number 8? 3-day. Number 9. Number 11. Number 11. Number 10 ka you guys are right. Cow horns are often painted. Fine. Okay. Let's come to the next one. Okay. Read sentence 6 and 7 together, please. Read sentence 6 and 7 and then tell me what is what. Words keep you can interchange the oldest and the eldest. So just be cautious because sometimes we end up doing these mistakes. I know you won't do it, but I'm just trying to caution you. So just be cautious as to what we do, how we do. Okay, so that is fine. Okay, this is also fine. Okay, read this. Read this, huh? Just read this one. Incorrect word usage example that I'm giving you. Are you not vacant? Yeah, I also had a smile when I saw this statement. Not vacant. Okay, good. So you guys are all in the. This is something I liked a lot, so I thought I'll just share it with you guys. Okay. Okay. Now let's take this one. English is actually people. That is the reason, but sometimes it's just that some people don't care. Acha, guys. Okay, now this is the time for you. This is the time for us to exercise our democratic rights. You want a break or you want to be free in the next 15-20 minutes? What do you want? Free by 12, 12:05, or break? Who wants to be vacant in the next 20 minutes? Want to be vacant by 12? Okay, so guys, I'm sorry. Those of you who wanted a break, I'm sorry. Democracy has carried it forward. So, so we will just go for 10 15 minutes. I don't have too much of stuff now. I don't want to bore you guys to death. Anyways, you have to go and study for your exams as well. So I don't want to be responsible for. I don't want to give you a let's say an excuse to blame me. That I took too much time on a Sunday and I prevented you from studying. Yeah, right. Just show us the exam paper. Yeah, right. If only life were that easy. Okay, look at the first one on this. Something I pulled out from Facebook. So I'll be very honest from where the source is. Okay, look at statement number one and statement number two. Yeah, second one is really interesting. Yeah, I know. I know. Hmm. Okay, okay. Now, read the second one. Read the third one, sorry, not the second one. Second one is through. We've all had a smile at it. Okay, third one. Petulant. Okay. Now this is a father. The background is this is actually I pulled it up from a picture in a book. It's actually a father scolding his son. There are some people who would be able to recognize the keywords, some will not be. So petulant is like a spoiled child, always whining, always crying. Okay, savant. Who is a savant? Who is a savant? A scholar, savant is somebody who is not a Sida Sada, but not even a saint, not even a scholar, somebody who has a lot of knowledge. Intelligent guy. Okay, then naive, so I hope you all know. Chimeral, chimerical. The word is this. This is the word. Where have you heard this word before? Chimera. Those of you, Mission Impossible 2. Yes. Mission Impossible 2. See, when I watch movies, I'm not that bad. Mission Impossible 2, am I to mythos? Chimera is actually a mythical monster. So it is something that does not exist. It is something that does not exist in reality. The rest is fine. Okay. Come to number 4. Now, look at the words that are highlighted in bold. Look at the words I've highlighted in bold. Look at today's newspaper. It actually is very topical. In today's newspaper only, people are thinking of putting our cricketers in tar and feathers or putting them on a donkey with a black face. So right now it's very topical. Today especially it's very topical. So just read this sentence, read this paragraph, I should say, and look at the words that are highlighted in bold. And those words whose meaning you are not able to decipher, put them in the context of where they are in the sentence and then try and decipher them. Let's see if you are able to do this activity. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Look at the meanings of the words that are highlighted in black, in bold. Can you make them out or not? That is the question. Come on, start thinking. Come on, guys. Think, respond. And I know that you guys are thinking. What needs to be done is look at the words in bold in statement number 4 and try and decipher their meaning. That is the activity. Deemed, understood. Okay. Look at the ones that you don't understand. Now let me put out a few words. Okay. Means pains could be something like devotional songs. Okay, protagonists, I hope you all know the people involved in the drama. Infallible is fine. Whim and caprice, their whims and fancies, the term we've heard, that is what it means. Deemed means it could be understood, it could be thought of, it could be accepted, it's default, it's ipso facto, many things go along with deemed. Eulogium is gane gana for them. Sing songs, sing poems, sing pageants, that kind of stuff. Then furor is what happens every day in our look at what happens in every day when the parliament is in session, so you know what furor means. Castigate, deride, and disparage are negative reactions to an activity or an event, and panegyrics are they are in daily use. Yeah, come on. Panegyrics is fine, okay. I don't want you to understand them. I want you to be able to decipher them when you see them in front of you anytime soon. Get my point? My point is not I don't want to test your GK, I don't want to test your language skills. I know whatever skills you have, they are good enough for your daily purposes. Fine. That is not my purpose. My purpose is that I don't want you guys to run around when you see these kind of words, run around looking it up on Google. I want you to be able to recognize these words, to be able to correctly decipher these words, what they mean, and thus you can then give them a correct response. That is my purpose, nothing else. I'm very honest, that is my purpose. Okay, so this covers this part. Let's see what is more. Okay. Okay, now tell me these. I have given you the meanings. Now you tell me the names. Now you tell me what is the word that defines this. Number one, student who stays away from school without consent. Now I'm changing the tag. Absentees nahi. There's a word for it. Bunk ka, there's a sophisticated word for bunk. Hooky, not hockey. Hooky. Okay. Number two. Okay. Phrase number two. But okay. Number three. Stub is a more sophisticated way of saying it. Okay. Okay. Biography. Number four. Okay. Number four. Nepotism. Spelling is nepo. Nepotism. At least he got it right. Good. Okay. Number five. Patricide. Number six. Number six. Five is called patricide. Number six is called regicide. Okay. Number seven. Teetotaler. Fine. Number eight. Number nine. Number nine. Okay. Number 11. Number 11. How many are affected by this? No. Acha, that was shopping. Shopping. Okay. Sorry. Wrong word. Wrong word. Okay, see this one. Chala, we are fair enough. See this. Eccentric, not weird. Sophisticated. Sophisticated word. Use the sophisticated word. Eccentric. Number 15 is you've seen this in which book if you've read it? Number 15. Seen this in which book? Or in the movie, the Da Vinci Code, when that guy self-flagellates. The monk in Da Vinci Code. Hmm. Paul Bettany was the monk in Da Vinci Code. This guy. Oh, it's Paul. I am actually Vela. I have actually no other work in life. So I do keep reading them. Acha, if you want, I'll suggest you a good movie. Now, if I remembered Paul Bettany, watch this movie if you want. It's a great movie. Paul Bettany, it's a great movie. Watch this movie if you want. Paul Bettany, Kirsten Dunst. Good movie. It's a good movie. Worth watching. Okay? You want another dose of grammar? कि ज़्यादा हो गया? I think ज़्यादा हो गया आप लोगों के लिए now. Okay, now key things. Yeah, Sumit, I know. I do feel that sometimes, especially when I look at the way you guys run around the world. I know, I know, I know. You don't need to remind me. Okay, now if people are starting to say it's an overdose, so what we'll do is I'll play my good card and I will say thank you and tata. So just honestly speaking, jokes apart, before we break up for the day or for our formal session, I'm not sure who's going to take your classes next sem for OB. If I do it or some other colleague does it, that is a separate matter. So from this business communication point of view, tell me if you have any doubts and you are getting stuck at anything. Slides are already in your SkyDrive folder. If you want, I'll send the link again tomorrow once the recordings come in. All the recordings have also been uploaded. I'll recheck everything tomorrow. I'll upload everything by tomorrow. Whatever data I have, whatever stuff I have, I'll upload it. So all the details are there. Yeah, I also want, but that's a separate point. I'll send the links tomorrow. Let the recordings come. Case studies will definitely come. Maybe these ones, maybe not. I have got marketing is there, business communication is there, financial accounting is there, and managerial economics I'll remind the faculty tomorrow. MPO it's already there in SIS. We've put up a new system there. If you've seen this in SIS, it has MPO slides already there. So you can download it from there. Okay. And the other ones are there in our SkyDrive folder. I'll send tomorrow. Pakka. Once I get the recordings from today, I'll send them to you tomorrow so that everything will be there. Next sem fee details I'll just circulate in some days. I think the last date for the next sem fees will be 31st of December, 31st of January, not before that. There are no MCQs as such that I can share with you guys. This is just a theory. I'll tell you one thing that you guys can do. You still have 20 days to go with your assignment. I'll suggest please give your assignments beforehand and use your assignment as a practice test. Those of you who've been in touch with me over the phone, you would have heard me saying this. Be in touch do your assignment before you go and give your exam. Use your assignment as a sample paper. Assignments have no passing marks. Only exams have the passing criteria that was there mentioned in your welcome docket. Okay, so I'll be sending all those details to you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow late onwards you will have everything in place and on track. So I hope that suits your requirements. I'll send all the details that I have, everything I'll send tomorrow. You don't need to worry on that part. Attendance is done on its own. You don't need to bother at all. We'll take care of it. Exams and total. You need to do both. You need to get both for the pass qualification. Okay, all these details are now, it can be dealt with offline. You guys have my number also. If you don't, note it down again. Call me in case you have any queries. Yeah, we'll take care of it. Don't worry. In case you have a medical reason, don't worry. We'll take care of it. That is not something that is your fault. So we'll take care of it. You don't need to worry on that part. Rest all consideration parts we'll do. Let the attendance be processed. Then we'll do the consideration part. We'll take care of it, Rinky. Once the attendance part comes in, then we'll see what considerations we need to give to our students for whatever reason the classes got missed out. So don't worry on that part. Okay, guys, now you just two requests. Give your assignments before you go for exams, and please book for exams on time. And thirdly, just study as much from your textbook as possible. Just go with a clean mind. Don't be worried, don't be scared. One of the answers is already in front of you. Just have faith on yourself, just have faith in your prep, and best of luck for your exams. I'll obviously send a mail once your exams start and all that stuff. But best of luck for your exams. Take care. Because didn't you request me for a home exam? You were the one who you requested me, or somebody? I think you requested me, na? For whatever reason, I remember the reason. I don't want to share it here. So you do it in my mail, na? There's a Google Docs form in my mail, na? Just fill it up. If you don't get it, tell me. I'll send the link again to you. Okay, guys. So best of luck and have a great weekend. Study hard, study well, and we'll be in touch over mail. Okay. Bye.